measuring off 14.5 inches for the sides. It's important to use a straight edge, but in this scenario I'm going to use just a straight piece of strap that I can find, and that serves me good. On this project I'm cutting 4 inches off the bottom for every 1 inch I take off the top. I chose Gorilla Glue for this project. It's waterproof and it does expand a little bit. Looking back now, maybe I would have used PL Premium because it spans a lot more and it hardens up a lot quicker too. And I'm using butt strap joints for the sides and the bottom actually. For the gunnels, for the chines, for the keel, and the stems, and all the excess, all the pieces for the seats, I'm ripping that out of one 16-foot piece of 2x6. Right here you can see my stems. And they go with the bow and the stern. I try to plan out the shape at the bottom, although looking back it is much easier to actually follow the silly instructions and screw on the chines and then take the stencil at the bottom. Much easier to do that way. The temporary supports. I've done this 3 or 4 different times. They've come undone every time. There's not an easy way to do it. And right here you can see I'm trying to trace out the bottom. You know, you can do this whole project with just a jigsaw and a table saw. You really don't need that many tools at all. I'm just cutting out the shape at the bottom here. And my camera died conveniently. So as you can see here, I'm cutting out the stern and bow parts. And remember folks, Gorilla Glue every joint. Glued and screwed. And for this project I'm using 3/4 inch number 2 screws. And right here I'm just putting on the braces and the bottom parts of the boat. Important to do this at every seam. Glue the heck right out of it. And here's my butt strap going over it. Now conveniently, the back seam right here that I'm gluing right now is the perfect place to put the back seat. And right here, I want to get rid of these temporary braces, so I'm going to actually screw on the middle seat the way it should go on. The middle seat is actually 8.5 inches up from the bottom, whereas the bow and stern seats are both 10 inches from the bottom. I'm putting on bracing for another seat, although this is not the spot where I actually put the seats. Right here I'm doing all the bracing for the rest of it. And I think it's important to glue every seam. Right here I'm not really sure what they're called. I think they're called gunnels. I'm screwing them on anyway. They help it glide through the water. I'm putting a center one on too, not only to help me glide through the water, but it also supports the decking on top. So I'm screwing down the decking here, and it does add a little bit of weight, but it's a lot more stable than just trying to walk on the plywood. Right here I'm lifting it for the night. And before I turn in for the night, I'm going to caulk it using Flex 9000. This stuff remains flexible. It's not really recommended for underwater use, but it is water resistant, and I've used it millions of times. In this clip, I'm putting on the gun whales. Up and over, and she's ready to go. This beast weighs 105 pounds. And since shooting this video, I've added padding to the yoke, and I've added a tump line to go around my head to make it easier to carry it around. It's not really that hard. There you have it, folks. I painted the deck and the seats and the rails with a black concrete epoxy. And right in this photo you can see that the yoke comes on and off using a hinge and a collar pin. The hull is painted with a grayish blue concrete epoxy. And before I painted any of that, I painted everything with a shellac primer. Alright, thank you for watching my video. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you really want to help me out, remember to share this on Facebook and Twitter. I'm going to link the plans for this canoe on my description, as well as some of my other videos I've done. Till next time, Bushcraft Brent, out.